Hesitation is defeat. Simple line from one of my favorite games of all time, Sekiro. When you sit down and think about it honestly, it applies to pretty much everything in life, right? Most people are already familiar with the concept, maybe in a slightly different form, and that's that you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That's good and all, right? I won't hesitate, and I'll take the shot. But that raises different questions and important ones at that. What exactly am I aiming at? Why am I taking the shot? What am I hesitating to do? That is the hard part. Taking the shot, working hard, being disciplined, this will come once you figure out what you actually want. I'm an older Gen Z, entering my late 20s, and one of the shows that shaped me growing up was Avatar: The Last Airbender. If you watched it, you probably already know the scene that I'm talking about. If you haven't, seriously, go watch it. It's one of the best animated shows ever, if not the best animated show. Without spoiling too much, there's one scene where a certain uncle has a heated argument with one of the main characters and forces him to confront himself and look inwards. The exact right quote or the line that the uncle says to the character is, "It's time for you to look inward and start asking yourself the big questions. Who are you and what do you want?" This scene stuck with me personally and has stuck with me since I watched it. And as the years go by and I become older, it becomes even more relevant, right? Because you start to look around and you realize that most people will spend years upon years upon years, if not maybe even their entire lives, chasing somebody else's definition of success. Validation from parents, from friends, society, now the internet at large. And, eventually you're going to hit a point where you have to sit down with yourself and figure out what you actually want. For me, the answer is pretty simple, right? If I ask myself, who am I? Well, my name is Pedro. I'm 26, and right now I work a normal 9 to 5. And what do I want? Well, I want to become the kind of person that constantly grows and challenges himself to be better, right? Every day. Even if I take 2 steps back, 10 steps back, 100 steps back, I want to be the person that keeps inching forward. If it's a new hobby, sure, I'll try it. Maybe meeting new people. Why not? Starting a YouTube channel after years of overthinking and doing absolutely nothing about it, here I am. For years, I hesitated. I spent thousands of hours watching YouTube. And honestly, it's probably where I've learned most of what I know. There's a channel for everything: biology, astronomy, history, anthropology, editing, filmmaking, gaming, literally anything you can think of. Some people are making movie level productions on this platform, and as all of this is going on, I was just consuming. Like most people, I maybe played this movie in my head over and over of myself creating content and growing an audience and making potentially YouTube my full-time job, but I never actually sat down and hit record. There was always something stopping me. I don't have the equipment. I don't have a mic. I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to make thumbnails. I don't have enough time. And the truth is, those weren't really a problem. I just hesitated. Every time I hesitated, I lost before I even started. So eventually, I got tired of waiting for the perfect moment and I decided to start anyway. Right now, this channel is tiny. At the time of recording this, I've uploaded 5 videos and have about 70 total views, 60 total views across all of them. My thumbnails are rough, my editing is bad, and I'm learning everything as I go. But I started, and honestly, that matters more to me now than the numbers, right? 2 weeks ago, I had done absolutely nothing to chase this idea. Now I'm here recording videos, even on a Sunday, and instead of endlessly thinking about making them, I'm learning editing, I'm learning how to make thumbnails, I'm learning how to talk on camera. I'm finally doing the thing that I kept telling myself I wanted to do. Nobody was going to do it for me. And, I'm not the only person who's like this. I've always been the kind of person that needed to see somebody else jump to the water first. For example, I was like that with the gym for years. I just couldn't go alone because I thought I'd look stupid. So I avoided it. Until one day, I just went. Now I go alone all the time and I genuinely enjoy it. Most of the things that we end up building up in our heads are just nowhere near as terrifying once we actually do them. And that's, I guess, the point of this video, right? Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel. Maybe you want to learn a skill. Maybe you want to switch careers, start going to the gym, meet new people, create art, start a business, whatever it is. The plan does not and will not be perfect before you begin. And you just don't need to know everything before you start. You will learn by doing. I'm literally learning that in real time right now, right? Maybe this channel completely fails. Maybe it grows into something huge. I have no idea. But if I knew, like if I only wanted to do this under the condition that I was guaranteed to succeed, then I never really wanted it badly enough in the first place. So no, I am done waiting. I'm done hesitating. And if there's something you've been putting off too, this is your sign to stop overthinking and just begin. 5 videos, 60 views, bad thumbnails, terrible editing, no idea what I'm doing. I am still a YouTuber. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. And yeah, obviously, here comes the classic YouTuber jargon. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, I appreciate every single person that gives this channel even a little bit of their time. And I hope whoever it is, you succeed in whatever it is you decide to pursue. Start today. And I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you.